All right, welcome to this episode of the GymInformer podcast. I'm Chris Gilbert, your host for this episode, and today our guest is Siraj Saeed, the owner of TruBorn Strong, a cool brand new powerlifting gym down in Alpharetta, Georgia. I got a chance to work out there this past Thanksgiving, and the gym was really cool, so I'm excited to talk to him about it. But before we get started, let's take a pause, and I'll show you the photos that I took at the gym while I was there. All right, Siraj. Can you kind of give us an idea of like what was going through your mind and like what were the steps or like what was the catalyst behind you becoming a gym owner?
So obviously, when you're in high school or when you're in college and you're hanging out with your buddies, you always like kind of made like, hey, I want to open my own gym one day, right? And like kind of work, and we always had a joking time about that. But then when I was in college, I was working as a trainer part time, and I started building up more and more in my community. I went from like a small little boot camp studio to like a little cardio studio to like a corporate gym, which was my first one at Crunch. And then I went to eventually to owning a small part of a gym called Red Core, and then went my way up to leaving that and going to a corporate gym called Lifetime. I'm pretty sure everyone knows that one.
Yes.
And then like what happened was like I've been training at that point from like 5 to 7 years for that time. And I started getting into powerlifting. So I started coaching powerlifting, and I've always done powerlifting for a while. I got certified as a coach, and then I had like a small team, which was like 4 to 5 people, which were like my first powerlifting clients. We all went to our first meet, and then that was really, really fun. And we didn't have a name at the time. And then eventually it's like, you know what? I want to have our name, which was called TruBorn. It was just my little idea of calling a TruBorn gym and TruBorn team, sorry. And then we eventually went to our big state meet in Georgia, which we had 10 to 12 lifters. And then we placed third. And I was like, at that moment, I was like, you know what? I think we can there's something that we could do with this. So I decided to take more steps faster to get out of my corporate Lifetime job. And then went to opening renting a small little studio space from a fellow friend of mine called Charlie Morris at Morris Fitness in Alpharetta. Had like a little 1,000 square feet gym, and then just started building my community. Community went from 1,000 feet to 3,000 feet, 3,000 square feet to here we are now. 1 year later, 8,000 square foot building in Alpharetta, Georgia.
Nice. Yeah, that had to be a little bit scary, huh?
Man, you're telling me. It's first time really like owning. This is now my own only baby. And like it's a lot of time, but I never say I went to work in my life. It was always fun. And the thing I told you about when you first came in here to the gym is like we're all about community. All the people that we have here in this facility are very welcoming, are very motivated, and they're all goal driven. Because again, we're all training to be better, and we're not trying to hog racks. We're trying to make sure we get better. And all of our coaches that we have here, we have 7 coaches on staff that we're trying to make sure we get all our clients reaching their goals, as well as making sure that they all feel welcomed here.
Oh yeah, and it's a really diverse community that you have there. I was there, like obviously I was there on Thanksgiving weekend, so I don't think the gym was probably as busy as it normally is.
Right.
But even the morning I was there was a very diverse community. I mean, you had people who were obviously probably been like lifting for years and competing, and people who were brand new to lifting, and you had men, you had women, you had pretty much the full range of people there.
Yeah, we have a very large diversity. We have people from like in middle school to high school, some college kids, as well as like working parents and everything like that. We have everyone ranging from like, I think our youngest is like 13, 14, and our oldest is like in their 70s. So it's like, we always accept everybody. There's not just one niche. We always want to make sure everyone feels welcome when they come into the gym. That's why I'm always staring at the front door to make sure whoever walks by, I want to make sure I'm their first face to see and welcome them in.
Nice. Is there things that you've done personally or that you've done with the gym to try to like create that diversity or encourage that diversity? Or
well, the thing is
organically?
the results speak for themselves. It's like we get most of our memberships in our business because of referrals. We try to make sure people leave with either have a good experience and that they feel welcome. That's the number one thing I make sure people do, is that they feel welcome when they step into this facility. I introduce myself, I introduce everyone that's other coaches, staff, or anyone that's working there, and make sure that they feel welcome in there. And that's one thing I really believe makes the gym successful, is the referrals and how the community feels welcome, so that anyone can step into our gym, and then the people will come. I mean, we have, again, like I said, our 5 a.m. to like our 10 a.m. is more of our working class and like the diversity of our group. And then we have a lot of the young athletes and high school and college kids that come in the evening. We work with Georgia Tech. We have multiple high schools come here. So it's like different areas.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Now, if you don't mind me transition just to the equipment for a second. It seems like a lot of your powerlifting or dedicated powerlifting equipment is Texas strength stuff. But then your accessory equipment seems to be a pretty big variety. Like I noticed you had some free motion, you had some hammer strength, you had a big variety. Is there a reason that you chose the equipment that you chose for the gym? Or what was your process on that?
So my thought process is that I'm the state chair for USAPL Federation for Georgia, and I run at least 6 to 7 meets with my partner Kathy Mealy here in Georgia, as well as in my facility. So one, I got the combo racks that I have to make sure that people have a same feel for a competition in a high level, national level competition. So that means the warm-up room, as well as the racks that they'll be using in our facility, are top of the line, as well as competition ready. Because we have TSS racks, we have TSS combo racks, we have ER equipment combo racks, and we also have strong arm racks. The strong arm racks are not the high-end brand, but they were my first racks that I bought when I started the gym. And then to speak for your accessories is like, again, we're a training studio. We are an open gym, but we have a lot of training clients. So I had to get a variety of equipment to make sure that not only can people that are powerlifters can do some strength equipment, like we have a belt squat, a rogue donkey, a big hammer strength leg press, lead FTS T-bar row, and then we also have like hammer strength power rack as well. But we also got a lot of free motion stuff for our clients that are needing for rehab, because again, we have a diverse group. Some people don't need to go on the crazy heavy duty machines, right? They can just go on somebody that are just recovering from shoulder pain, hip pain, anything like that. So that means not only can we just work with clients that are high level, but we can also work with people that are new to fitness as well as rehab, because we do have a lot of rehab trainers as well.
Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So the free motion, I've seen free motion in a lot of fitness centers. I haven't seen free motion in a lot of powerlifting gyms. Is that something that you decided that was going to work well for your clients based on your experience in the other gyms that you worked at before? Or is this what was available, or like what was your thought process on the free motion?
It was a little bit of both. It was what was available, because I bought out when I moved into the space that I have now. It was previously a gym, so it was available. So I decided to purchase it off to make sure that it was something ready to go. But also, like I said before, it's like for clients that are recovering. I mean, free motion it's good machines. It's not the top of the line that everyone sees now to these days. I mean, not comparative to like Elite FTS, Arsenal Strength, or any of those kinds of equipment, but what we have now. Now, for my second location, hopefully in 2 to 3 years that I can start working on, I'll be getting those hardcore heavy duty equipment for sure. But this was good to have to get the gym started now and to keep moving forward, because I did not want to slow down. I'm a person that likes to keep moving forward and plan ahead.
Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah. I noticed in the gym, from an organization standpoint, that it's kind of set up in an oval where you've got all of your like hardcore powerlifting things on one side. You've got a lot of the accessory equipment on kind of in an oval around, a little bit of cardio equipment in the backside, but then the middle is like wide open.
Right.
Is there a thought process on that?
Yes. Two things why I did it like that. Like I said before, I want everyone to train like they're in a national level competition, especially for powerlifting. So all the equipment is on one side. That's why we have the platforms, the deadlift platform, as well as combo racks. And in the middle, we do have boot camp classes for our clients in the morning. So they have like in that free space, they can do some classes, some movements, more than 10 to 12 people. So that means people can be working out, as well as we do run competitions in our facility. So that means we do have a powerlifting competition. That means we can host at least 110 athlete competition broken up within 2 days, and then have like 200 to 300 people to still watch the competition.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's 200 to 300 people over the whole weekend, but people can sit and watch their friends, family, or athletes to compete.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So again, it's two. I keep that in mind. So I keep it in mind where people can compete and work out, as well as to spectate and watch.
Okay. Yeah. So, and you got a big enough facility for all of that. So
yeah,
that's awesome. So what's the next step for TruBorn? I know the gym's not, you just mentioned like that you're about to have your 1 year anniversary, but you also mentioned that you're somebody who likes to keep moving forward. What's the next step for TruBorn Strong?
So when I started off 3 years ago, so the business is almost 3 years old, but we've been at this new location for we're about to hit our 1 year anniversary this Friday. So my goal is I try to get equipment ahead of time. So when I do move to a next or bigger location, I have everything ready to go. A lot of these gyms right now, you can pay a lot of these equipment off over leases, and then you can just pay it off over years, or they can take it back away from you. I make sure I have all the equipment ready to go. So that means when I do move into a bigger facility, because currently I'm at 8,000 square feet, I'm looking to get to 16 to 20,000 square feet right now. So when we get to that point, I already have all my combo racks. I already have all my plates. I'm actually getting an Elite FTS hack squat in our gym right now, and I'm working to get a new back extension and a new 2 more machines, so I'm ready to go. And then just when the gym is ready, when the second location is ready to go, I can just go whoop, put it all in there.
Nice. Yeah. So the next step is, you mentioned a second location, but the next step sounds like is a bigger gym before you open a second location.
Right, but I'm thinking of still keeping this spot because we do have a specific market in this area to either keep it with a boot camp style workout because that's very popular in our area, or keep it still like a smaller version of what we have now. Still strength training studio, but open up and cater to more either one-on-one clients, training studio, or boot camp class and see what works.
Okay, yeah. So for those people who aren't familiar, Alpharetta is a suburb of Atlanta.
Right.
And it's a higher end suburb, I would say, right?
Yeah, I would say above middle class and everything like that. So we do have but we have a big diversity and everything. Yeah. People that are young, old, middle school, high school, older, and everything.
So yeah, it makes sense why your boot camp classes are working so well.
Yeah. And that's why I keep that middle of the gym open. So that means 1, it's good for competition so people can sit. And also 2, we're ready to have any classes ready to go.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. Now, one of the things we like to ask any of our all of the people who come on our podcast, you've owned the business for 3 years. You've had this location for just about a year.
Right.
I'm sure you've learned a lot of lessons in that time. Is there advice or things that you would recommend to somebody, or some advice you would give to someone who's thinking about owning their own gym or wants to own their own gym someday?
I would say surround yourself with like-minded people. I mean, I do have to give credit to the people that helped me get started and was able to help me push off and get good ideas for this, and has helped me along the way within the past 3 years. 2 names come to mind is Wade and Brian. That's helped me a lot, as well as Charlie, who did help me out in my first facility when I first started out, because they were just looking to see what you grow, and you want to surround yourself with people that believe in you as well as can teach you those, because both of those guys that helped me out, and Charlie as well, are both business owners. Not only, and Charlie was a gym owner. One trains CEOs, and the other one has multiple businesses. So I would say surround yourself with like-minded people that want to push you and also see you succeed, and also can teach you things that they made mistakes, right?
Right.
I would suggest my biggest learning thing is to really plan ahead and know what your market is, and really focus on that as well. So like, let's say if I was just focusing on boot camp, I definitely would suggest, hey, I'm going to be opening up a boot camp gym. I'm going to focus all on it and push boot camp, right? When I first started TruBorn, I was just focusing on powerlifting.
Mm-hmm.
I built a team, I built a gym, and I built a facility now. And now that TruBorn is so big and we have multiple diverse clients, now I'm just trying to focus on building the community and building the facility and keep building up bigger steps. So know your niche, know your market, and I would definitely say plan ahead, because like that's going to be the biggest thing. And always ask, I would definitely say ask for help, because there are people there that will help you out, and trust the people and trust in the community that you have.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I found is so amazing is the community that gets developed between local gym owners.
Right.
So yeah, I all the time I'm talking to gym owners and they're like, oh yeah, I talk to this guy, or I work with this guy, or if anytime I need help, I call this guy. And it's amazing how much everybody's willing to help each other. That's an awesome thing.
Right.
Now, you mentioned building community multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
What sort of thing, are there things besides like the boot camp class or just organically that you're doing to try to help build that community?
I definitely would just say make sure people feel welcome. I know with a lot of facilities like big corporate gyms and like even some like training studios or anything like that, people feel like there's all niches and all different markets, right? And like little cliques of groups. I want to make sure when you walk into our gym, you can talk to anyone in our gym and make sure that you feel welcome, right? That's why I try to introduce everyone that's new to our gym to all 7 trainers here, because it's all different personalities, all different groups, and that you might connect with that person a little bit better, and you can connect with that other group as well, and that people still build up. I want to make sure anyone that comes in here feels welcomed, and then it will not happen organically. I mean, I would definitely say that I hope in our facility we make sure people feel welcome, and I hope people also say the same thing.
Well, I would say definitely, yeah. I felt welcome when I was there, and you can always tell. It's kind of top down, especially in a gym, even more so, I think, than some other startup businesses. Like when the owner's active and the owner cares, then the trainers care and the members care. So,
right.
Like you go to a gym where the owner's not active or present, and the members stop caring.
Right. I'm here almost every day, so I try to make sure people know I'm here.
That's awesome. Yeah, like when I go to a gym and I'm like, yeah, what do you guys think about Phil? And they're like, I don't know who Phil is. Then there's probably a problem with the gym.
Right.
So that's awesome. We look forward to seeing what's next for TruBorn, and congratulations on your 1 year. That's awesome. And thanks for coming on with us. And I look forward to hopefully getting back down to the Atlanta area and checking out the new gym whenever it does come about.
For sure, man. Come by anytime. We'll have you open. You got to come to one of our meets that we're going to have. There's one in May, actually. It's called the Anime Open.
Okay, yeah. I'll probably be back down there this summer. My sister-in-law actually lives in Alpharetta.
Okay.
So I'll probably be back down there on a yearly or a couple times a year basis. So
yeah, May 18th is our meet that we'll have here, and I'm pretty sure, I don't know if you're familiar, it's called what anime is, but we were trying to have a little fun with our meets. It's called the Anime Open.
Okay, nice, cool. Well, I have two college-age sons, so I'm well familiar with anime. So
perfect.
Awesome. So thank you for coming on. We appreciate it.
Of course, anytime, and thank you for having me.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
If you enjoyed this podcast, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more great content.